Hello everyone and welcome. It's Coffee with Ceri.
Hi everyone, coffee time again. Remember, if you're new to this channel or this playlist, this is just me with my layman's view of the world based on my own experiences or what I'm seeing on social media, movie, television, paper, magazines. You get the gist. I'm not here to offend, so if you don't like the topic, I would recommend you just stop the video and move on to another one. I'm here to raise a subject, raise awareness, get people talking about subjects. That's all I want to do. My opinions only, and hopefully I don't offend anyone. Anyway, so subject today is one that's pretty close to my heart, and it's pretty much aimed at the creative world, crafters, artists, of whatever format you want to do. We all usually have a space in which we create. Now it could be, I'm lucky enough, I have what I call the craft cave, which is where I actually do all the creation of all my artistic pieces, whether it's junk journaling, mixed media, building fairy houses, painting, doing glass bottle, whatever I'm doing at the time. And on the back of my house many years ago, I had built a really small studio. Well, I say small, it's only about 6 foot by about 8 foot, but it's where I do all my craft and my cake decoration and design. I create my mouldy pieces. That's where I do all of the cakey stuff. This craft cave is where I do the arty stuff. And I know that I'm incredibly lucky to have this, and I bless every day I've got this around me. And I know for some of you, it may be you're on the dining room table. Maybe you're in the basement, maybe you're in the attic, maybe you've got the back bedroom, maybe you've got your own bedroom and it's a desk in the corner. Wherever you are, we have some form of a creative space. Now, I see lots of videos on YouTube, and I've done one, in fact I've probably done two about now actually, where you give a craft room tour or a creative space tour, and it's natural. You've gone in and you've tidied it up and you've made it look absolutely pristine, because nobody wants to hang out their dirty laundry. Nobody wants to show the world a mess, because we all feel we're going to be judged by that mess. We're all going to go, ooh, look at that. I would never let that get like that. That's you. Nobody really cares. However, what I'm finding is that a tidy space is not always a creative space. Now, I'm OCD and I'm slightly controlling. So in my creative space, once I've finished a day, if I'm not doing a project that goes into the next day, I'll spend 10 minutes tidying up. And by tidying up, I mean, I'll just put things back where they belong. I'm not going to go in and color grade all my papers and make sure all my inks are in the rainbow range and all my stamps are alphabetically stashed. I'm not talking that. I'm like, I will tidy up my working space to the point that when I come in the morning to work, I'm starting with almost a blank canvas, no pun intended, because if I just walk out at the end of the day and I've got water dishes and I've got paints and inks and brushes and pads and maybe stencils soaking in a bowl of water and grit paste to one side, and I've got bits of air drying clay in the other. If I walk into that, the first reaction is, oh, I've got to clean up now, I've got to get started. So it's easier for me to spend 5 or 10 minutes at the end of every day just to put my life back into order before I start the next day. I'm probably not 100% unique in that, but that is my working practice. I'm not a parent. I don't deal with children. I have no significant other, so I've got no wife or husband or significant other to actually have to go and cook for, or have to go and pick up from school, or have to go and pick up from the train station. I don't have those things tugging at my attention or my life. However, I do know that the amount of people who will spend their lives, creative lives, tidying and organising to the detriment of their creativity. All of the time you spend organising, you are not spending enjoying the creative process, which is why you are an artist. And the flip side of that is I know several artists who don't function unless they are in absolutely diabolical chaos. And the amount of friends I've got who, when you watch their YouTubes, all that's left is the space you see on the screen. If they were to widen the view, you would probably be appalled at the stacks of stuff they've got on the floor next to them or perched on top of a bookcase. That works for them. But the thing is, ask yourself, are you limiting your creativity because you're limiting your space? Are you just putting things on the back burner because you just don't want to deal with them? Now, there is a phrase out there that I've heard other people say, and it's called eat the frog. Now, we're not saying eat the frog. Let's not say no reptiles were harmed in this. Or amphibians. They're not reptiles either. I think they're amphibians. The phrase eat the frog comes from, if you've got a list of things you need to do, and whether they're art projects, whether they're things in life, there's always the one thing that you really, really don't want to do. That's your frog. If you tackle the biggest, hardest problem first thing in the day, get it out of the way, everything else is a walk in the park and it's a breeze. Get it done with, because the more you ignore that frog, it's going to be chipping away at you. You're going to be thinking about it even when you don't think you're thinking about it. You're not going to enjoy the other processes you're doing until you've done it. And hell, I am the world's worst procrastinator when it comes to stuff like that. I mean, I am sat here, and if I could flip the camera around, I can't do it on my iPad. But if I was to flip round, there is a rack behind you with baskets on it, and each basket contains a project that I'm working on to either make for someone, or it's a commission for something, or it's going to be a YouTube video, or it's being made for a magazine shoot, or it's being made for a photograph I want to share, or it's a new technique I'm working out. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's 15. 4, 8, 12, 13, 14. There's 15 baskets of projects over there. And there's 1 or 2 that I know I put off, and I've put off and put off. I would probably say it's because I'm just not in the mood. No, I just don't want to deal with it, because I know that maybe one of those projects is going to be very messy, time consuming, and need a lot of drying, or needs a lot of angle changes when I'm actually filming it or something. And I've gone, I'm just not in the mood for it. Actually, you know what? I should take my own advice. I should pull that one out and get it done. Number one, that gets it off my shoulders, it gets it done, but also you usually find that those are the projects that when you look back at them are the most rewarding. They've taken a lot of effort to do, the rewards are fabulous. So yes, I'm organised, yes, I've got baskets, yes, I've got racking that it's all in, but that's my OCD, that's my controlling nature, because when I walk into this craft cave and I look at that, I go, right, what am I doing today? I don't stand there in the middle of my room and go, oh, what shall I do today? And then spend maybe 2 hours thinking about, maybe I could do some painting. Maybe I should do collage. No, I pick up one of those baskets and I do one of those baskets. A lot of the time I pick up the really easy one first, and then I go, I've warmed up to it. Maybe I'll pick one of the harder ones next. And when there's an empty basket up there, if I'm thinking of another project, sometimes I'll just drop a post-it note into the empty basket and go, right, that'll remind me what that basket's going to be. And as I'm doing other projects, if things come to mind, maybe, oh, that would go with that subject, and I'll drop it into that basket. And then eventually that basket becomes another project. That is the way my brain works. It likes to compartmentalize stuff. It helps me deal with my anxiety because I'm not stressed about, oh, am I going to get stuff done today? I know what they're. I know it's been developing. I know each of those baskets I've been thinking about for a few weeks, some of them for a few months, and they've been settling themselves into my creative body. So when I do get to do them, they're there. But for me personally, I need to be in an organized, reduced, cluttered space. And I think a lot of us don't create or enjoy the creative process as much as we could, because either we're in a cluttered area or we're so focused on this place is an absolute mess that that's all you're thinking about as you're creating something. Stop, do something about it, or don't stop and just go, you know, I'm okay with this. I work well in chaos. I work well in rummaging through stuff on my desk and going, oh, I forgot about that. And something over there's caught your eye. So, oh, that's inspired me to put that into here. So Be comfortable where you are creatively. Be comfortable with the space you work in. And if you're not happy with it, stop complaining to yourself about it. Take half a day and go, you know what? I'm just going to do it. Today's the day, and do it. There is never the right time. The right time is when you decide you're going to do it. So don't wait for the right time. Don't wait for the right time of day, the right mood you're in. Just put it in and go, you know what? Today I'm going to spend an hour and I'm going to sort that drawer of rubber stamps out and find out which ones I really do like and which ones I don't like. The ones I don't like, maybe drop at a thrift store, drop at a charity shop, maybe put them in a box and send them out as happy mail to someone because someone else may love them and you didn't. Declutter stuff. I mean, I am notorious. I have lots of acrylic paints here and I've probably got duplicates of the same acrylic paint colours. So you know what? One day maybe I need to sit down for half an hour and go, right, I've got 3 bottles of the same colour teal. Will they all fit into one bottle? Can I maybe fill one bottle and then have a couple of little remnants and know that I'll use those first? Just find a way forward for yourself. Don't use clutter as an excuse to not be creative because you are creative. You're an artist. Find the way forward. I do find a lot of people use the excuse of not having enough space or not having a litter-free desk as an excuse to not be creative. You can be creative in a lap tray. You can be creative on an ATC, an artist trading card, which is 2.5 by 3.5 inches. The space isn't the problem, it's what it's doing up here to you. If you can accept the space and it's full of clutter, excuse me. Oh, I had something stuck in my throat. If you can accept the space you're in, then accept it. If you can't accept it, then do something about it. Maybe it's that frog. Maybe the frog isn't the project. Maybe the frog is a desk you need to clear off a bit. Don't be afraid to just have a good purge. Get rid of stuff that doesn't work for you. Make your space a place that's a happy place. And if it's happy and comfortable, believe me, you are going to enjoy the creative process so much more. So until next time, guys, have a good one and enjoy the space you're in and have fun creating. Bye-bye now.